Nando is one of the most unique rivals in the Pokemon anime. While most rivals only had one foil, he had three. Throughout the Sinnoh saga, Nando rivaled Ash, Dawn, and Zoey. Instead of chasing a single goal, he aimed for both the Sinnoh League and the Grand Festival. Like Wallace and Fantina before him, he was an artist who refused to be put in a box. He had a dual identity as both trainer and coordinator. From the start, Nando carried himself like a warrior poet. He battled with grace, spoke with whimsy, and possessed a maturity far beyond his peers. Yet for everything that made him compelling, he never reached his full potential. As a jack of all trades, he ended the series as a master of none. Hi, I'm Professor Silver, and today I'll discuss Nando's history in the Pokemon anime, exploring his battles, rivalries, impact, and incredible potential that slipped through the cracks. Nando debuted just 4 episodes into Diamond and Pearl in Dawn's new era. As Ash and Dawn argued, his Bidoof appeared and calmed them with Sunny Day. In no time at all, Nando introduced himself as a Pokemon bard, a world traveler who studied history and spread joy through music. Personality-wise, he wasn't snarky like Harley or intense like Paul. Rather, Nando spoke with calm confidence, as if everything had meaning if you were willing to notice it. He often expressed himself through lyrical prose, but was never condescending. Instead, Nando was simply a thoughtful, positive person. When Dawn challenged him to prove herself to Ash, Bidoof easily won their contest-style battle. It defeated Piplup by dodging Peck, using Bullet Seed, drafting off Sunny Day, and landing Solar Beam. Even in victory, Nando praised Dawn's spirit and thought her an extraordinary young coordinator. Later, at the Pokemon Center, he admitted he was torn between gyms and contests. Ash and Dawn argued over which path he should choose, and when they couldn't agree, they set out to find him. After Nando found them first, he saved them from Team Rocket and helped Dawn appreciate the outdoors. He not only told her that nature always had gifts to offer if the heart stayed open, but he also helped her to reconcile with Ash. The next day, Nando battled Ash using Bidoof against Pikachu. Though Bidoof tanked Quick Attack, healed itself with Mega Drain, withstood Thunderbolt, evolved into Roselia, and launched Solar Beam, Pikachu prevailed with Iron Tail. Nando enjoyed battling both Dawn and Ash to such an extent that he refused to limit his passions and settle on a single dream. He decided he'd become both a coordinator and gym challenger. When Nando returned in a secret sphere of influence, Officer Jenny mistook his Sunflora for Meowth in disguise, blamed him for stealing the Adamant Orb, and arrested him. Nando had been studying Sinnoh history at the Eterna Museum, but Sunflora's panicking made him look guilty. Ash and Gardenia both vouched for him, with Gardenia mentioning how Nando beat her for the Forest Badge, but Jenny refused to listen. Not even hearing that Nando had earned a contest ribbon changed her mind. It was only after Sunflora exposed Team Rocket that Jenny apologized. Nando wasn't bitter about the arrest, as he was just grateful for the orb's return. Before departing, he shared the Arceus creation myth and encouraged Ash and Dawn to continue pursuing their dreams. In Dawn's early night, Nando resurfaced with the Kricketune in tow. He encouraged Ash to enter the Hearthome tag battle, but skipped it himself to focus on the Hearthome Contest. There, he met Zoey. She hated that he was doing both gyms and contests, and thought he should pick a lane. Once the contest started, however, Zoey changed her tune. In the appeals, she was blown away by Sunflora and Kricketunes combining Grass Whistle and Sing with Nando's harp to make beautiful music. While Dawn failed to advance to the next round like he did, Nando defeated both Jessie and Zoey to win the contest. By the end of the day, Zoey had come to fully respect his passion and resolve to follow 2 dreams. After Hearthome, Nando mostly disappeared until the Grand Festival. Aside from a brief news segment in a breed stampede revealing he had 4 ribbons, he was sight unseen. Sadly, this is where the writers failed him. Rather than fading into the background, he should have crossed paths with rivals like Jessie, Kenny, Ursula, and Barry. Additionally, a Wallace Cup appearance could have elevated him dramatically. Had Nando eliminated Ash in the contest, their eventual Sinnoh League battle would have carried more weight. Instead, keeping him off-screen meant we never saw him struggle, adapt, or meaningfully balance his 2 dreams. By the time of the festival, in Last Call First Round, Nando had 5 ribbons and 7 badges. As expected, he excelled in the appeals, advancing by combining Altaria's Parish Song with Kricketot Sing. In the battle rounds, Kricketune and Sunflora secured a win in Opposites Interact, while Sunflora and Roserade claimed another in coming Fall Festival Circle. Due to his efforts, Nando found himself in the semi-finals. Rather than bring his rivalry with Dawn full circle, he instead battled Zoey. The night before the match, Nando prepared himself by entertaining the forest's many Pokemon. For the battle, Nando chose his dancer Lopunny and musician Kricketune against Zoey's Leafeon and Mismagius. The battle itself was a massive showcase of creativity. Zoey opened by combining Thunder Wave with Energy Ball, but Lopunny swatted the combo aside with Jump Kick as Kricketune responded with Bug Buzz. While the move reverberated through the stadium, Lopunny danced through the shockwaves. When Zoey used Double Team to surround Nando's Pokemon, Lopunny cleared the clones with Blizzard. Zoey anticipated this and used the resulting sparkles to highlight her Pokemon's beauty. Kricketune tried regaining the advantage with Sing, only for Mismagius to shut it down with Lucky Chant. From there, the battling turned up to 11. Leafeon slashed through Focus Blast as Mismagius applied pressure with Psywave. Momentum swung back and forth, with neither side pulling ahead. Eventually, Nando fused Blizzard with Silverwind, while Zoey turned Leafeon into a soaring Pegasus using Aerial Ace and Psywave. Nando's Pokemon fought to withstand the assault, but when the timer expired, Zoey emerged the winner. All in all, Nando ended the festival in the final four. He thought that he and his rivals had made each other significantly stronger. Soon after, Nando earned his final badge and entered the Sinnoh League in an old family blend. In League Unleashed, he faced Ash in the first round. Nando believed their battle was fated, as Ash was the one who first encouraged him to challenge gyms. In the battle, he opened with Roserade opposite Ash's Staraptor. Roserade landed Sweet Scent and Magical Leaf, but missed Solar Beam and fell to Brave Bird. Nando's next Pokemon, Armaldo, protected itself from close combat, defeated Staraptor with Rock Blast, and then battled Quilava. After a flurry of attacks, Armaldo tied with Quilava using X-Scissor against Aerial Ace. With both trainers down to their final Pokemon, Nando summoned Kricketune and Ash Heracross. Kricketune blocked Mega Horn with Silverwind, induced Sleep with Sing, and gained ground with Fury Cutter, but Heracross countered with Sleep Talk and used Focus Punch. Once awake, Heracross traded many blows with Kricketune, before finally winning the match using Mega Horn and Horn Attack. When all was said and done, Nando finished in the top 64. Though his ranking feels a tad underwhelming, anyone facing Ash that early in the tournament was doomed to lose. If Nando had faced anyone else, besides Paul and Tobias, he might have reached the final four. Overall, I love the idea of Nando, but I do think he deserved better. His dual identity and warrior poet mentality gave him the foundation for greatness, yet his development was constrained by a lack of screen time. On paper, Nando has everything an unforgettable rival needs. His design was distinct, his goals were his own, and his roster of Pokemon was mostly unique. Unluckily, the writers fumbled how his team was introduced. By debuting with Bidoof, the writers positioned Roserade as his ace. To me, this made him feel too much like Drew. If Nando had opened with Kricketune, the true cornerstone of his team, the writers could have given his ace real personality. We know Nando's Pokemon love to sing and dance, but aside from Sunflora, none of their personalities were really explored. Altaria, Lopunny, and Armaldo were all criminally underused. For example, a double battle involving Lopunny and Altaria against Dawn's Baneri and Togekiss would have been the perfect way to showcase Nando's strength before the festival. Armaldo in particular had major untapped potential. It fit Nando's love for history, but it's his only Pokemon that never performed. Watching Nando try to integrate such a gnarly looking Pokemon into his team could have added meaningful depth to his story, similar to Drew's troubles with Absol. Ultimately, Nando proves a simple truth. Great concepts mean nothing without great execution. With just a few extra appearances, he could have been a defining rival of the Sinnoh era. Instead, the idea of him is possibly better than the version we saw. Still, even without the focus Nando deserved, there's something inspiring about a character who stayed true to their dreams, even when the writers thought him an afterthought. On that, class is adjourned. I'm Professor Silver. Until next time, catch you later.